Biggest winner of the debate, I think, is a no-brainer, Donald Trump. We went back to the original talking points. Trump won on the original talking points. That's why he has a big lead. So he got to pound away at all the things that worked for him in the past, trade and immigration, and we're going to be winning because I'm such a great businessman, get great deals. The anti-Muslim talk, he went to the golden oldies. And he obviously didn't want to go towards insults because he must have gotten polling saying, hey, you went too far with the penis stuff and the KKK stuff, bring it back in. So if I'm in the middle of that debate, it was obvious. It was obvious to all of us watching it. And what does Cruz do? He doesn't try to provoke him. I would have tried to provoke him.
Yeah.
Right? I would have tried to rattle his cage, but they didn't do it because...
A little.
A tiny, tiny amount. Only Cruz saying, oh, you know, he donated to Hillary Clinton and John Kerry. But we've already heard that 1,000 times. So, no, God, these guys are so pathetic, man. I know for a fact, based on reporting, that Marco Rubio's donors told him, cool it, don't attack, okay, be classy. But Cruz must have gotten similar marching orders. Otherwise, why would he give up this golden opportunity to attack Trump and to goad him as they did in the last debate into making mistakes? You know he thinks it was a mistake because he's not going back there. If he thought he was winning on it, he would have gone right back to that formula. What a missed opportunity for those guys. I think Trump's definitely the winner.
But how could it be that? Because Ted Cruz just told us his donors don't control him.
Yeah, good one.
I think that the debate was very much like the race. I think that Trump has the plurality of the winning points, but I don't think he necessarily has the majority. I thought that he was winning the whole time, but I was eventually swayed by myself because I thought about it more, and I realized that we have to remember that Cruz and Rubio and Kasich don't need to beat Donald Trump. They don't need to get 50% plus one of the delegates. They each need to play their part in very specific states. And I think if you remember that, I think they did better. I think that Marco Rubio on the Florida-specific questions having to do with Cuba and that sort of thing, he got a rousing applause. And I think that he has a very low chance of winning, but I think that he might have helped himself a little bit in that. And John Kasich, who's now leading a little bit in Ohio, I think he was doing his Kasich thing of being reasonable and I'd be good for the economy, I'm not a crazy person. I think that he might have very well helped himself in Ohio a little bit. And Cruz is just towing the line. He wins in certain states based on the evangelicals and that sort of thing. And so overall, if you're thinking that any one of these people thinks that they're going to come out of this and win the whole thing, there aren't, and I don't think they think that. But I think that they each sort of played their part, even though I would have preferred seeing Trump melt down again.
Doesn't it say something about the candidates when Kasich's thing is I'm not crazy? Like he's the I'm not crazy candidate.
The fact that that's a niche in the Republican Party speaks volumes about the Republican Party.
A very small niche as well, because he hasn't been doing that well.
That's right. He's getting about 5 to 7% of most of the states.
Yeah.
John, I'm amused by the fact that you convinced yourself of something. Congratulations.
Well, I was pretty sure of myself before I started talking to myself.
Right, but I think you should unconvince yourself because I don't think you're right.
You don't think that Kasich helped himself in Ohio based on this?
Sorry.
Or?
I will agree with you on Kasich. I think Kasich did a Kasich strategy, did perfectly fine, and will do better in Ohio. I think Cruz and Rubio got no extra votes out of this. They bungled it.
Yeah, I agree with you guys on that.
Yep. All right, 3-1 on that. Sorry, John, as usual.
I finished in 4th, so I'm going to give a victory speech Rubio style.